So hello and welcome to this fourth video on percentage. By now we have discussed important concepts of percentage. We've discussed all the important formulas. We also practiced a few questions, and in this video I'm not going to teach you any new concept, but what we are going to do very importantly is we will revise together the formulas and questions that we've done. What we will also do is we will practice few more questions so that you're feeling very confident about this topic of percentages. So let's get started. First, I think if you see the first four formulas, right, are very simple. That means we learned in the initial videos how to express a percentage as a fraction, right? What we also learned is how to express a ratio as a percent, right? What we also learned is the formula for percentage change. So something increased from A to B. So the difference B minus A or A minus B upon original, whatever your original was. And the fourth, which we discussed in our previous video, was successive percentage change, right, of A and B. That means something increased by X%, then increased by Y%, or A or B. And this is the formula. This is valid also for a negative percentage change. So these are the only important concepts, the only important formulas, right? And the formulas that I prescribe. Otherwise, I'm not a big fan of formulas, but these are, I think, very basic and very simple. The other thing I told you in my second video was to learn by rote, this table. That means if somebody asks you 1 by 4, automatically 25% should come to your mind. If somebody says 1 by 11, automatically 9.09 should come to your mind. So I think this is something that you have to learn by rote so that you're feeling absolutely confident about this, and this becomes a part of your permanent memory. So these are the only things that you need to remember. Now let's solve a few problems together. So what I would urge you is that you can pause this video, right, as we move from question to question, and try to attempt on your own, and then start the video again to understand if you got your answer correct or if you had any confusion. So the first question, Mike's salary A is increased by 25% and his new salary becomes B. That means Mike's salary has become from A to B. There is a 25% increase. Now we are saying if you want to reduce his salary to get to the original salary A, by what percentage should I reduce? So 25%, isn't it? Absolutely wrong. No, if you remember initially I had discussed with you, the base has changed, right? So we have to be very careful around these questions, very basic. So how I would typically approach this question is when they say Mike's salary is increased by 25%. The moment I hear 25%, 25 meaning I think in terms of 1 by 4. So I would say, let's say Mike's salary was 4. So if Mike's salary was 4 and it increased by 25%, 25% is nothing but 1 by 4. 1 by 4 of 4 is 1. That means it has become 5, his new salary. Now if I have to reduce his salary to make it to the original salary, by how much I have to reduce? I have to reduce by 1. And 1 from what? So 1 from the new base, which is 5. So 1 by 5 is how much? Nothing but 20%. So let's move to the next problem. Now this is also a very typical question that comes in a percentage and a ballot vote, and people voting, and some votes were void and some were valid. So let's see what the question says. In a ballot vote involving two politicians, 68 votes were declared void. Okay, 68 votes were declared void. Okay, the winner scored 52% of valid votes and won by 98 votes. Okay, let's assume the total votes casted are here. Okay, now they're saying some of the votes are void. So how many are voids? Let's say 68. Okay, and let's say this is the total area. The winner who got 52% votes, let's say he's here, and then of course of the valid votes, that means the other remaining would be with this guy, which is 48%, right? Now they're saying the winner won by 98 votes. That means what? That means the difference of 2 is 98. That means 52 minus 48, 52% minus 48%, which is your 4%, is equal to 98, isn't it? So if 4% is 98, how much is 100%, which is the total valid votes? Sorry, this is 98. This 4%, this has to be 100%, so it will be 98 into 4. You can multiply here by 25, here also by 25. Or what you can do is you can say 98 into 25, you can write 100 by 4 if you don't like calculations. Let's say 2 into 2, 4, 2 into 49, 98, 4900 by 2, which is nothing but 2450. So have we reached our answer? No, just a second. What is the question? Question says total number of votes casted. Total number of votes casted would be these total valid votes plus the 68 void votes. That would be 2450 plus 1668, which would be 2518. So let's move to the next question. Now again, this is also a very typical question which we discussed earlier, constant revenue or constant expenditure. In this case, what they're saying is they want to have a constant area. So the breadth of a rectangle is increased by 20%. What will be the percentage decrease in its length so as to have a constant area? Now area is nothing but length into breadth. And how we have to do this question is they're saying now what happens is the length actually increased by 20%. So increased by 20% meaning it will become 1.2 L, isn't it? But the area remains constant. So they are asking what would this breadth decrease by? So you have to calculate this new breadth. So again, if you equate the two, you will get Bn equals to L gets cancelled, B by 1.2, or it will be 0.833B. That means your new breadth has become 0.833B. That means how much it has reduced by? Initially it was 1. Now it has reduced by how much? 16.6%, isn't it? Right? 0.166, which is nothing but in percentage terms 16.66. Now, you know how I will go about this question? I will not approach it like this. How I typically do is the moment I see 20%, so I'll say length into breadth, and they say it has increased by 20%. 20%, what comes to my mind? 5, 1 by 5. So that means I'll say let the length be 5, and it has increased by 20%, which is 1 by 5, it has become 6. Now I know that here the area is constant. That means 5 into whatever your initial breadth and 6 into the new breadth, but this product and this product has to be same. Now for this to happen, using the simple concept of LCM, this 5, what should I multiply here so that this becomes equal, and what should I multiply here? So I'll say 5 into 6, and here 6 into 5, isn't it? 5, 6, 30, 6 into 5, 30. Now it's constant. That means if 5 has increased by 6, and if it's still this product has to be same, this 6 has to reduce from 6 to 5. Now these are hypothetical numbers, but this give you the correct answer. So how much we have to reduce? From 6 to 5. That means 1 of what is the original 6. How much is this? 16.66%, isn't it? Answer would be same, right? It just depends on you which approach you prefer. All right, so let's move to the last question in our video, and this says a student multiplied a number by 3 by 5. The student multiplied a number by 3 by 5 instead of 5 by 3. So it is a mistake. So what you have to calculate? You have to calculate the percentage error. So percentage error always means what? Your original, right? Original and whatever he multiplied, and here would be the difference. That means the change, the mistake that has happened, right? So difference, right, into 100. So what would this mean? What is the difference? So he multiplied by 3 by 5. He had to do it by 5 by 3. So let's say 5 by 3 minus 3 by 5 upon what is the original? Original was instead of 5 by 3. That means he had to do it 5 by 3. So 5 by 3 in the base. Now how much would this be? Simple LCM. So how much this becomes? This becomes 15. 15 divided by 3, 5, 5 into 5, 25. 25 minus 15 by 5, 3, 3 into 93, 9. So upon 5 by 3, or you can also put it as this is 25 minus 9, 16 by 15. Instead of dividing here again, you can multiply that by 1 by 5 by 3, which is nothing but 3 by 5. So 3 into 5, 15, and this is 16 upon 25. And since this is the percentage change formula, right, so there would be 100. So 25 into 4. So ultimately you get your answer as 64%. This is your percentage error, which is your first option. So by this we have come to the end of this video, and I feel you are extremely confident now to tackle any problem on percentage. But like I said, the key to become an expert at maths or your aptitude is practice. So I would urge you to just practice more questions, and you can refer our practice questions which are in the quiz section, which is at every chapter. So you can practice all the 3 types of quizzes, your easy, medium and difficult, to really become very confident about this. Thank you for watching. All the best.